Good evening, YouTubers. So today I'm doing another DIY project, and what I'm basically going to be doing is making a bedazzled book. This is the one that I have already finished, as you can see, and all these items did come from the Dollar Tree. Don't worry about that. Just a couple of mistakes I made, but the book will not be showing this way, only will be showing on the side. So I purchased everything at the Dollar Tree. And what I did was I bought some books, some Dollar Tree books with the covers. I can't show you all of them, but this is one of the ones that I did buy. And when I say hardcover, I mean this part. It comes off. So what I'm basically doing is taking this piece off and I'm going to measure it on my paper. Now this paper is actually gift wrapping paper. I found it at the Dollar Tree by the gift bags, and I decided to go with the sparkling color just because it adds more bling to the project. I'm actually doing silver today. I'm also going to do a gold project, but just not today. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to take this and we're going to lay it down on here and measure it. As you can see, I already have one on display, which is this right here. Then to make it stay into the paper, what I did was I put down 2 books on top of it just to hold it in place while I trim around it with my scissors and cut it. That way it makes it even, and I can take this part and just cover the book back. Okay, so I'm just going to cut around this real quick. Try to get it as even as possible. And I didn't have anybody to hold it for me so I can cut it. So that's why I'm using the books to just hold it in place and secure it. It may not be perfect, but I'm going to try to make it seem like it's perfect. Now if you have some excess, you can go back and just cut around it, because I'm not the best cutter at all. Never have been. I learn as I go. We're basically almost there. So I have this side to cut. Hopefully I'll get a... And this paper is very, very easy to tear. So when you're cutting, make sure you have something to hold it in place if you don't have anyone to hold it for you. And make sure it doesn't rip. Because like I said, this paper is very, very delicate. Okay, you guys. I made it. Now, I do see that I have some on the edge. Put that to the side. So, as you can see, I do have a couple of lines I do need to go over. But other than that, it looks pretty good. If you don't want to go back over it, you can always just, glue it down as you go. That's what I think I'm about to do instead of just going back over it. Because I kind of like don't want to tear it. So I think I'm going to just leave it like this. Alright, so I'm taking my books from on top of it. And this is the piece I use to measure it. And this piece right here goes over this hard copy book. So now what I'm going to do is lay this book down and fold it back into the book. Just to measure it out some so I can see how much I need to glue down. It's not going to really hold until you get the glue on it. So that's a lot over here. Let's go back on this side. to this side. This book right here is a little stubborn, I see. Okay, so this would be how it's supposed to look once you get the paper back on top of it. Now, to seal it down, what I use is the glue sealer. Mod Podge water-based sealer for glue and finish. And I also found this at the Dollar Tree for $1. So this is how I will be sealing the paper down onto the hard copy book. Okay, you guys, let's go ahead and seal this thing down. I also will be using my brushes that I picked up at the Dollar Tree. Now, they do have some that are actually bigger than this, and they do have a package that comes with the small, medium ones, and the large. I seen this one, and I just decided to do this size. You can find these over there by the car accessories and the stuff that go inside the car inside the Dollar Tree. Give me a second, let me get this off. I didn't realize I haven't used this one. I normally use my Mod Podge gloss. And that's what happened to the other book, you guys. When I used that, it started peeling the cover off the book. So I was like, I'm not going to use that one again. That wasn't a good idea to use that. So definitely use the Mod Podge water-based sealer, glue and finish. Now, before we get started, the very first time I did it, what I actually did was I painted my book closed, because I'm not going to be reading this, but I'm only doing this for decoration purposes only. So what you can do is paint this part white. That's if you would like. You can paint this white, and then you can also seal it down with glue. And I don't know if I want to paint it white this time around. I know last time I did, and it actually didn't look bad at all. But I don't know. I'm kind of debating on whether I want to paint it down. I don't know if you guys can tell, but it's white. So I did paint it. So depending on how it looks, I may just, you know, paint it again. So I'm trying to get it a little even. Okay. I think I'm going to bring it down just a little bit more. I think that's good right there. So what I will be doing is just going ahead and putting the glue down. And then, of course, straightening out with my brush. And make sure you get those in, you guys. Make sure those are the most important parts. And then with the glue, also make sure you spread it out, because it will leave bubbles. And I normally don't use a lot of glue, because I don't want the surface to be crumbled when I do lay it down. And you can always add some more glue once you close the book in. I'm just trying to make sure I get it down so that when I do put my book over this, it will just go ahead and seal itself. And then I'll add more glue as I go along. that glue really seals it, you guys. So when you do it, you have to be fast, because once that glue hit it, it pretty much seals it. So it's on there, and now I'm going to set something on top of it. Some more books, just to seal it and keep it down. So now I'm going to decide whether or not I do want to paint the inside of the book. But I may do that later. So let's go on to the next step. So I have some diamond wrap, and they're stick-on, so I don't have to use the hot glue gun unless you just want to. I have these I picked up from the Dollar Tree. It was one left. I decided to go ahead and get these. I thought they were so cute. And then I also have some leftover these, which I did use on this book on the side, as you can see. So what I will do is go ahead and get started on my design. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to be putting these on the side. I think these are so cute, you guys. I wish I could have found maybe 3 or 4 of these. I would have surely bought them. But it was only one left, and it was just sitting there. And I think I found it at an out-of-town store. And so now I'm going to flip the book over and do the other side. So far, this is how it looks. So I'm going to turn the book over, and I'm going to be doing the other side. And since I measured it and it's only 3 left, I'm just going to cut off 3 from this piece. Okay, sorry about that long pause. I was trying to make sure I counted diamonds so I wouldn't have to do it over again. It gets a little sticky. So now I'm just laying this on this side after I measured it. You want to make sure you got a straight line. Like I said, it does sticks pretty well. Okay. So now we have that done, as you can see on both sides. So now we have that done. Now I want to kind of add my design. And right now I'm focused on this area. So I don't know what I want to put on this area, but I think I want to continue with these. Since I have 3 of these left, I think I'll just go ahead and just add them on the side. And then take up 2. So I'm going to have to cut this. Okay. And that's how it looks, as you can see. And then I'll also do it for the other side. Okay. All right. And there it goes on that side. So now you can see. All right, you guys. So let's measure this book up to this book and see. So, yes, I think I will paint because I see this black mark on this book and I do not want that to show. So I will be painting this white. So again, what I use for the painting part is I use the acrylic paint, and it's a water soluble paste. So I'll take another one of my brushes and just squeeze some on. And I may have one already open, which I thought I did. Okay, this one is open. Let's take this little piece off. If you have a painting kit, you also can use that. I also have a painting kit that I do use, but I didn't have time to get it out. So I'm just going to paint in between the books. If you want to do this first, you can. It's your choice. Did get a little something on the book. Just trying to get it off. It is water suitable, so it's no problem for me to get off. Let's see here. Just don't want to get it on my book. All right, you guys. So I'm just going to go over this real quick. And as you can see, I'm just brushing down over this. That's it. Just brushing down just to get that black mark from showing. I'm not going to do the whole book. I may do the other side of the book, but I don't plan on doing the whole book. Just to see how much I can cover up. I'm going to add just a little bit more. Okay, you guys, so that's how it turned out. You still can kind of see it at the top. I'm gonna let it dry and then I'm gonna add another coat. So far, this is the book. Now, I'm going to be doing a inside piece on here just to bling it out even more. I don't have any ideas for what I want to add, but at the same time, I may do one of these, you know, just cut, get a little cute little design, maybe a diamond shape, or just cut a square and turn it to the side. Let's see how that works. Make sure you have something to wipe your hands. My hands are terrible. So I probably just do I probably just do 3 diamond shapes, or I may just do a whole line going down. Let's try it that way because I don't want to do it similar to the one that I've already done. So let me do just 3 maybe going down, not too many. And this diamond mesh right here is so sticky. I love that it has that sticky part, but sometimes it can be a little too sticky. That's what you want though, so that you don't have to use your glue gun or anything glue wise so much. So now what I'm going to do is just cut down in the middle and do 2. And I'm going to put it going down the book. I'm not going to decorate the top of the book yet because this is not going to be the one that I will display at the top. The one that I'm going to display at the top, I'm going to actually put a diamond ring. And I'll probably do the Chanel look. I don't know. Chanel's so popular with DIYs. Everybody's doing the Chanel look. Okay, so we have it. So let's get this to go in the middle. I don't want want to get this paint over me, you guys. Because this book is not yet dry, so I'm going to do this in the middle and try to get it in the middle as possible with this one hand I'm using. And voila. I actually want it to look bling, but I don't want it to look like it's so much bling. But then again, I kind of do. Okay, so I tried to get it in the middle as possible. Let you guys see the book so far. And if you didn't get it in the middle, you can always just lift it up and try to place it as close as you can to the middle. All right, you guys. I think I'm about done with this book, and this is going to be my second book. I'm going to make 3. So this is the second one and the one that I showed you, which is this one. And here's the one I just finished, as you can see. And to make this book, the cost was about $3. The book itself was $1. The diamond mesh was $1. I already had these, so I didn't pay anything for these. The water-based sealer was $1 also. And then also the paper that I had was $1, but I didn't include that in this one because I already had the paper. So about $3 if you're looking to buy the diamond and you only gonna use that one diamond mesh, the book, and the wrapping paper. And if you don't have, of course, paint or water glue sealer, then that's an extra $2. But most people that do craft, they already have that stuff, so I'll say $3, if not $5, to make a book that's actually diamond out. I love it. I even love the sparkle. When I first seen this, I was like, I have to do a project. What project am I going to do? And this is the one I chose. So you guys, thank you for tuning in. I will have my books on display to show you all the full set and what they all look like coming together as. So thank you for tuning in again, and have a good night.